in this video we are going to learn about the transportation model, and the objective of this topic is to determine the basic feasible solution using the least cost method. So here is a problem statement. There are three factories F1, F2 and F3 located at the different locations, supplying products to the various 5 retail agencies. So there are 5 retail agencies: A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. So these factories are the sources and these retail agencies are the destinations. So factories are providing certain products to these retail agencies. The cost of unit transportation is given in the following matrix. If you want to transport one product from factory 1 to the retail agency 1, the cost of unit transportation is 1. Similarly, if you wish to transport one product from F1 to A2, the unit cost of transportation is 9. So similarly, all the costs are given over here. We have to determine the total transportation cost with the help of least cost method. This method is also called as lowest cost method. This is the supply. So factory 1 is able to supply the 50 number of units. Factory F2 is able to supply 100 number of units, and factory F3 is able to supply the 150 number of units. So factory 1 is free to transport any number of goods to A1, A2, A3, A4, but that should not exceed the 50. The retail agencies have certain requirements or demands. So this A1 agency have a demand of 100 units, A2 have a demand of 60 units, A3 is having the demand of 50 units, A4 is having the demand of 50 units, and A5 is having the demand of 40 units. Now you can see here that the total number of supply from all three factories is equal to 300, and at the same time total number of demand from all the 5 retail agencies is also equal to 300. So this is a kind of an balanced transportation problem. If these two figures are not matching, the problem becomes an unbalanced transportation problem, and we need to have a different approach to solve that kind of a problem. I have represented cost matrix in different way. So this left corner represents the cost of transporting one product from F1 to A1. The first thing that we have to do is to find out the cells with the least cost. Now there are 3 cells with the least cost: cell number 1, cell number 2 and cell number 3. Now there is a tie between these 3 cells. To which cell we should allocate now, right? Now let us see. Here the demand is of 100 but supply is of 50. Here again the demand in this cell, here the demand is of 40 but supply is of 100, and in this cell the demand is of 50 and supply is of 150. So out of these 3 cells we have to select the cell where the maximum allocation is possible. Now the maximum allocation is possible in this cell and in this cell. Now what we'll do, we will randomly select this cell and we will allocate the maximum possible products. So now I can allocate here only 50 products because this supply got exhausted, became 0. At the same time the demand from 100 has been reduced to 50. Also now I cannot allocate anything in these cells because there is no supply. Now out of remaining matrix I need to search out for the least cost. Again I have 2 options. So one is this cell and other is this cell. Now among these two cells I will select this cell because I can allocate the maximum amount of products. So here I will allocate the 50 products, or here I will transport the 50 products because the demand is of 50 and it has fulfilled the demand. So I will cross it out, and this 150 will now reduce to the 100. This particular cell will be crossed because the total demand has been fulfilled. Now out of remaining cells we have to search for the cell having the minimum cost. Now this cell is having the minimum cost and possible allocation is 40 because this demand is of 40, so 0 will remain, and out of this 100 only 60 will remain. At the same time, as this has become 0, I will have to cross out this cell. Again, out of remaining cells, now there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 cells are remaining with no allocation. I will search for the least cost cell. Now again I can find that this is the cell with the least cost, and how much I can allocate. So I can allocate 60, so I will allocate towards 60 here. So this has now exhausted and this has exhausted, and they will become 0. At the same time I will not be able to allocate anything in these cells, so I have crossed them. Out of these two cells, this cell is having the minimum cost, and I can allocate 50 number of units over here. So I will allocate 50 units over here, and this will become 0 and this will remain as 50, and I don't have now choice but to allocate whatever rest is there in the last cell. Now let us verify whether we have satisfied all the constraint or not. So for this factory F1, so there are 50 allocations and the supply is also 50. Okay, so this total summation in this row is equal to 50, so this has been satisfied. In the second row, here is a 60 plus 40 which is equal to 100. Again it has satisfied the constraint. In third row, there is a 50 plus 50 plus 50 which is equal to 150, which is again satisfied the constraint. Now let us go for the column constraint. So 50 plus 50 is equal to 100. It is okay. So 60 and 60. So 50 and 50, 50, 50, 40 and 40. So it has satisfied all the row constraint and column constraint. So we can say that it is a basic feasible solution. Now we have to calculate the transportation cost. Now how will you calculate the transportation cost? So transportation cost is given by number of unit you are transporting into the cost of unit transportation. So here 50 into 1 plus 60 into 12 plus 40 into 1 plus 50 into 14 plus 50 into 1 plus 50 into 23. So this all will come to 2710. So this is the total transportation cost obtained with the help of least cost method. Thank you.